Grandparents caring for their grandchildren because the parents have died have to cope with their own grief while supporting children who have lost a parent.
I personally haven't had any support in terms of bereavement counselling for myself.
I think people need help even if they don't ask for it. I think they practically need help thrust at them at a time like that, because I was just didn't know, for 2.5 years. Well, I'd just completely forgotten what happened during that time because we were all in quite a state of distress, I suppose.
I remember going to myself, I can't tell him yes. I'll have to tell him when it's right. And I went along my day and I thought, when is it ever going to be right? So I have to sit a little boy down and say, your mum's died.
I think actually we could have done with a lot of help, especially for Poppy, who was 7.5. And I still worry a lot about Poppy. And for Ben too.
Just being there for them has meant the majority of the time that my needs literally go unmet. I don't feel I've been given an opportunity to grieve for my daughter properly, because since her death and I've taken on the responsibility of my grandchildren, everything's just been full on.
Everybody feels as though they have to tread very carefully, whereas, if it's something else, like a serious illness, they don't say, do you think you'd like to go into hospital or something? They just say, you're ill and this is what's going to happen, and that's that.
The sort of things that happen to people, really. We had a pretty rough time with it, really. But after, when I compare it to what some people had to endure, really, it's just nothing at all. Really. I think I made a fuss for nothing. But what happens to people is beyond what you'd find in a novel, I think, actually.
So, just think about the job in hand that you're doing, and that the grandchild isn't with strangers.
Just helping her to know that she's valued and she's loved. And at times I know she doesn't feel that way, because Mum really should be here instead of me. But the positive thing is just watching her grow and turn into a beautiful young lady. And all my grandchildren, I love the rest of them as well.
Yes, we miss him when he's not around.
Next best thing to your own mother, isn't it?
Oh, I like your mum. Oh, she's not my mum, she's my gran. Huh? I thought she was your mum. No, that's my grandma.
It's nice to see children again and to be close to them and to remember just how lovely they are, really, when they've been lovely.
They do bring joy, and you're happy to do the job in hand. And it's like, in my case, Joseph keeps me going, as you can imagine. I don't know what I'd have done without him, really.
Watching them thrive because they weren't before, so that's very rewarding.
He's the reason I get up out of bed of a morning.